What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of FORNEVERNEWS! In today's episode, we've got some stories to talk about. For starters, we got a couple of updates on Black Clover regarding the latest issue of Shonen Jump, alongside an upcoming unfortunate event regarding Black Clover, so we'll be talking about that. We got a whole bunch of sales, including the top latest 50 sales of the week, as well as the top selling manga franchise of the month of May. We got a bunch of various author comments, an update for Ayakashi Triangle, aka the manga from the author of To Love Ru. A couple of updates for One Piece, including the One Piece magazine, alongside One Piece, just the big promotion that they're putting on for the upcoming release of the volumes, I want to say 99 through 101. Small update for Dandadan. Very unfortunate update for Ace of Diamond. Very huge news regarding Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, outdoing One Piece to a certain degree. We're gonna talk about it. And no, that's not related to the recent, half-year sales. This is something totally different. We got the Boruto manga spin-off coming to an end. And lastly, the big top 25 most successful Shonen Jump franchises. Big stuff there. And yeah, we got a few stories to talk about. Without further ado, people, let's jump into another exciting episode of FORNEVERNEWS! The only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related. And we don't bore you. We get into it. Let's do it.
No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Okay, people, for starters, we got an update regarding the latest issue of Weekly Shonen Jump that is coming out this Sunday. Apparently, Black Clover is on the cover. We got a picture, an image of Asta alongside Yuno. And I'll be honest with you, Asta looks awesome. And for the most part, Yuno looks dope too, except I want to say like his arm, the way it's drawn, just seems a little bit off. Maybe it's just me, but at first thought, I'm not even gonna lie, I thought, was that like a crown hanging from the side of his face? Then I had to look closely. I was like, oh shit, it's his hand. So that was something that kind of caught me off guard. But nevertheless, I always love seeing Black Clover on the cover of Jump. I'm not sure if we're going to get some announcements regarding the upcoming film or not, but either way, really dope stuff, and that means that, yet again, Shonen Jump is giving it a little bit of a push. But with that comes some unfortunate news for Black Clover, because according to this, it says Black Clover will be on break next week in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 28, and it will resume back serialization in issue number 29. And I mean, it's been par for the course for a little bit now, ever since, the whole pandemic started, that a lot of series are going on break, in a rotation almost, it seems as though. So yeah, Black Clover will probably take a break this coming issue, and then probably it'll continue where My Hero will take a break, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, so on and so forth, because that's been par for the course. But yeah, next week, no Black Clover. Moving forward, let's look at some author comments from the latest issue of Weekly Shonen magazine. That includes authors like the author of Fire Force, Eden Zero, Tokyo Revengers, Knights of the Apocalypse, aka the spin-off sequel to the Seven Deadly Sins. Let's start off with Hiro Mashima, because it says, Mashima's comment from this week's magazine issue: we are having a meeting about a project coming 2 years down the line. There are quite a few meetings / things like this. So apparently something big is happening with a project that's coming 2 years down the road. Like, what would be coming 2 years down the road? Like, we already seen the Eden Zero video game, a little trailer, so I doubt that's going to be 2 years off from now. Eden Zero's anime is going on right now. Like, what could potentially be? The only thing I could think of right now is maybe they're already talking about Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest's anime, and it's going to take another 2 years. Maybe they're going to animate it once it gets close to wrapping up, and that'll be in 2 years, because Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest has been running for a little bit now, but I'm imagining that that could potentially be what it is. Other than that, I'd have no idea. I mean, that mobile game that they announced that Mashima was working on, I don't think it's going to take 2 years either, so I'm interested what that could be, but I'm going to bet my money on Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest, which would be dope, because, Fairy Tail fans love them some Fairy Tail shit. I still wouldn't mind. I haven't read it lately, but from what I remember from Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest, it was doing a lot better than the original Fairy Tail. We also got an author comment from Ken Wakui, the author of Tokyo Revengers. He said, my third child was born at long last, the girl I was praying for. I'm so happy. Well, major congrats to you. That is really dope. Like, yo, what a time to be Ken Wakui right now. Not only is your series blowing up, you got an anime, you got like the manga selling like hotcakes, but then also you just had another child born. Major congrats. Wish you nothing but success. And while we're at it, he also did an illustration to commemorate 20 million volumes sold of Tokyo Revengers. Just major congrats to Ken Wakui. This has hands down been pretty much his year with Tokyo Revengers. Atsushi Okubo from Fire Force said, I can't get a PS5, but it's like totally the era for playing games on PC anyway, am I right? Though I don't like PC. Okubo is purposely talking like a teenage girl here. Basically, he's being tsundere because he wants a PS5, but he's like, yeah, it's the PC era anyway, baka. Like, okay, I get it. But I'll be honest with you, I tweeted it the other day. I'll say, I've had a PS5 since launch, and there's not really that many exclusive games for it. You're not missing much, Okubo. I promise you. Like, there's not really many games that you can't get on PS4 on the PS5. And sure, there's a little bit of an improvement on there, but not enough to say, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, screw the PS4. Like, no, I think you're fine with a PS4 right now, Atsushi Okubo. And lastly, Nakaba Suzuki from Knights of the Apocalypse, aka the sequel to the Seven Deadly Sins manga. I drew both Bond's new armor and a new monster for the Nanatsu no Taizai Grand Cross game, which that game is awesome. I'm not gonna lie, like, I always say that Bleach Brave Souls is one of my favorite gacha games and one of my favorite anime mobile games, but the Seven Deadly Sins one, from what I played, my gosh, it looks good, it's fun as hell, it's a really dope one. And yeah, people, those are the author comments we got. We got a whole bunch of sales, including the top latest 50 sales of the week. Okay, and taking a look at it, starting from 50, Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 14. Again, a shit ton of stuff that I'm not too familiar with. Tokyo Revengers, Jujutsu Kaisen 0 on there. Then going from 40 to 31. Again, just a shit. Oh my god, this whole page is almost comprised of Tokyo Revengers, Jujutsu Kaisen Volume, and a bunch of other stuff. Then 30 to 21. Again, just Tokyo Revengers. My god, what the hell is going on here? 20 to 11. Okay, JoJolion, Volume 26. Dope there. Tokyo Revengers. Jesus Christ. And then 10 to 1. Tokyo Revengers on there. Okay, there's a little bit more of a variety on here. Yojo Senki, I'm not sure what that is. Blue Period. Oh, that's the manga that the author of Chainsaw Man, Tatsuki Fujimoto, recently recommended. Aoashi, Giant Killer. Okay, there's a lot, or Giant Killing. There's a lot of really awesome stuff. And then number 1 this week is Kusuriya no Hitori Goto. I've never heard of that series, but 225,000 copies. That is a big one. And yeah, Kaguya-sama Lover's War, number 4, dope. Like, all around, nice variety in the top 10 compared to everything else is just Tokyo Revengers. Like, holy shit. And while we're on the topic of sales, we also got the sales for the top 10 most selling manga of May. So, like, it's by series. Oh, we actually got top 20. Never mind. I'm not sure what Hataraku Saibo is, so not sure. But 19, Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. That's a pretty big one. Okay. 15, Chainsaw Man, still doing numbers. 199,000. Okay, dope. Blue Lock with 235. Dr. Stone, 237. They need to come up with that next season already. Come on, fam. It was only 12 with the last one. Let's go. Haikyuu still selling. Kingdom, of course, 275. Then jumping up to top 5, Attack on Titan, My Hero, Kimetsu no Yaiba, and then all the way at the top, the 2 Goliaths right now, because obviously Demon Slayer, it hasn't had a new volume in a while. Number 2, Jujutsu Kaisen, 1,655,000, and then number 1, as I've been saying throughout all of this, Tokyo Revengers, 2,700,000. Jeez, like, y'all saw what Tokyo Revengers have been doing this year. Top 5 already, but god damn. So yeah, people, those were most of the recent sales. Then we got a small update for Ayakashi Triangle. Apparently, Ayakashi Triangle will be hosting its first ever popularity poll to commemorate its first anniversary in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 28. Honestly, I'm shocked that it survived. Like, I didn't expect for like a ecchi author to be able to survive and jump in 2021, just being honest with you, with the competition being so crazy. Don't get me wrong, I know this author did Two Love Ru, and Two Love Ru was huge, but I just thought we was in a different climate. But nevertheless, that's really dope. So hopefully it could keep on going and this author could keep seeing success, because I have a video somewhere on my channel of like, that author in real life has been through some shit. But that's for a different topic, different video. Really dark stuff. Moving forward, we got a couple of updates for One Piece. Apparently, One Piece Magazine Volume 12 will be released in autumn 2021, which I'm curious what updates they're going to have, because usually they have pretty significant updates regarding the One Piece franchise and the One Piece Magazine. And then also with One Piece, and then also they created a trailer, basically an AR movie, I believe it's called, PV, to commemorate the release of Volume 99 of One Piece. And it's just insane. Like, honestly, they put the works into this trailer because they really want to get people hyped up for One Piece Volume 100. Like, they're doing this big spread between volumes 99 to 101 to really just like emphasize, yo, the big 100. And this trailer, I'm not gonna lie, it looks really, really dope. They put a lot of time and effort cutting out the panels, putting it in this fictitious city. Like, yeah, really hype. Next up, we got a small update for Dandadan. It says Dandadan and Borderless Name will release their first volumes in August 4th, which the reason I brought that up, because that's obviously in Japan, is the fact that Dandadan, they announced that it was going to be being localized in Western Shonen Jump and the Manga Plus app, well, they might be waiting until that first volume drops to do that, and they were talking like whether it would be August or September. I'm guessing probably a couple of weeks after this volume release, so probably expect Dandadan to be on the, you know, Western Shonen Jump and Manga Plus app, again, maybe mid-August, if the volume is coming out August 4th, if that's been confirmed. Next up, we got a very unfortunate update for Ace of Diamond. Apparently, Ace of Diamond 2 will enter into a 2-month hiatus starting in Weekly Shonen Magazine issue number 29. It's scheduled to come back in issue 36 through 37 on August 4th. And I know Ace of Diamond is a very, very popular series, so that's kind of weird. I didn't hear anything like an author health issue, so hopefully it's just something to do with like maybe preparing for the next arc, or maybe it might be going into its final arc, so they're doing preparations, because other than that, there doesn't seem to be any explanation behind it. Why take a 2-month hiatus unless maybe it's something story related and not anything to do, hopefully, with the author having like health issues, because that would really suck. Okay, next up, people, something very, very huge and interesting and shocking, to be honest with you, because we got the Shoseki rankings. We talk about them all the time for the upcoming released volumes. They've actually been released already, and this was for only day 1 of the latest volume releases. So you got Witch Watch, which is a recent Shonen Jump serialization. You got a few of them, Sakamoto Days Volume 2, things like that. Well, on the top 3, well, I mean, shout outs to Dr. Stone coming in number 5, awesome, whatever. Again, this is just day 1. But then the top 2 threw me for a loop, because One Piece Volume 99 came in at number 2, and Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 16 came in at number 1, which shocked the living shit out of me. Again, this is a testament. I don't say it because I know a lot of One Piece fans, they get in their feelings when I talk about things like this. Like, I talk about this because One Piece is a legendary series, so any series that even for the moment can best it and stuff like that, that's huge. It's not a slight to One Piece, it's because, hey, yo, the god of them all, if somebody touched God for a second, yeah, I'm going to mention it. That doesn't make God any less godly. I'm just talking about the series. Like, I hate that I constantly have to do that, but a lot of One Piece fans always get emotional when I talk about, oh shit, it's a pretty big deal, somebody touched God. But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen number 1 and One Piece number 2 in the first day of Shoseki rankings. I'm curious to see how this all turns out, because I want to say they announced that Jujutsu Kaisen was going to get a 2 million print run, and this is One Piece 99 leading into the big volume 100. But I mean, congrats to those two, Goliath, and everybody in there, like Sakamoto Days number 16, Witch Watch, Ayakashi Triangle number 9, like big shit. But yo, Jujutsu Kaisen onto some huge stuff, and yeah, I'm just really happy for it. Next up, we got some unfortunate news. Apparently, the Boruto SD spin-off manga has actually come to a close. It just released its final volume, which I ain't gonna lie, the art looks so cool. I wouldn't mind owning that. And in the latest chapter, the final chapter, they actually finally showcased the Kara members and Kawaki, which, holy shit, they went a whole Boruto manga without introducing any of them up until now. That's pretty nuts. But with them ending it, honestly, and this is total speculation, whatever, but it does coincide with everything we've been thinking and seeing thus far, with the fact that the anime is really blitzing through. Like, in the next upcoming episodes, like, things is really moving very quickly, and that's kind of leading me to believe that the time skip is going to happen very soon in the manga, and maybe Boruto SD will return once the Boruto manga and all that gets a rebrand. Like, if we go into a time skip, they probably will go and call it, you know, whatever, Boruto Shippuden, Boruto Z, whatever you want to call it, and then they'll probably bring back the Boruto SD manga, because I've seen some people are actually very disappointed. It looks funny as shit, and I was a major fan of Rock Lee and his Ninja Pals, and it seems to be the same thing, like kind of similar to that. Like, I believe Rock Lee was originally called Naruto SD or Rock Lee SD, the manga or whatever. But yeah, very unfortunate for Boruto SD fans. It's over. They'll probably, in my opinion, just my opinion, there's nothing to substantiate it, but I think they'll bring it back within the next couple years once Boruto gets into the time skip in the manga and maybe even the anime. Okay, people, and lastly, a huge deal. We got a list of Shonen Jump's 25 most successful franchises. So this is not just volumes. This is the money that is made from anime episodes, merchandise, licensing, manga sales included, all of it combined. And it's a very interesting list, to be honest with you. I got a lot of OGs on it. Like, let's take a look. And I'm not sure if this is in any particular order. It might be, because we got a lot of newbies at the bottom, and it seems like it could potentially be like the newbies at the bottom and the ones that have been around. Because, okay, very bottom, which is crazy because it just came out a couple of years ago, Jujutsu Kaisen is in the top 25 most successful franchises of all time of Shonen Jump. That's nuts. Followed by Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, Haikyuu, Gintama, Death Note, Bleach, Naruto, I want to say that's the Prince of Tennis if I'm not mistaken, Hunter x Hunter, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh, Rurouni Kenshin, Yu Yu Hakusho, baby. Yo, hold up. For the one time, for Yoshihiro Togashi having 2 of the most successful top 25 series in Shonen Jump franchises, like, that's my GOAT, baby. We got Slam Dunk in there. We got Dragon Quest Adventures of Dai, which I want to say that's what the manga was originally called, but either way, we got Dragon Quest in there. I'm not familiar with this series in particular. There's a few of them that I'm just not really familiar with. I want to say that's called Roku Denashi Blues, so forgive me for not being familiar, but it looks dope. The main character looks sick. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Saint Seiya, City Hunter, Dragon Ball, Fist of the North Star, Tsubasa, if I'm not mistaken, Kinokuman, and Kochikame. Now, again, a lot of staples on here, and honestly, this should have just been the roster. Well, maybe if we get another Jump Force, this will be the roster. And I'm not sure in what type of order this is, because, like, it can't be chronological, because Fist of the North Star wouldn't go before Dragon Ball in terms of, like, you know, the alphabetical order. So maybe, again, it could be in terms of success, and maybe that's why Jujutsu Kaisen is just barely at the end, because it just started. And this is not only accounting for manga sales, but maybe just everything in totality. But major hype. Like, yo, this is a legendary list. Like, all of these series are legendary. Big shout outs to it. And those are the stories we have for this one. I'm curious what you guys think. The author comments from Weekly Shonen Magazine, Black Clover's cover and break, the top 50 manga sales of the week, as well as the top selling manga in May, Ayakashi Triangle's popularity poll, One Piece Magazine, as well as One Piece Volume 99's animated trailer, Dandadan's first volume release, Ace of Diamonds' unfortunate hiatus, Jujutsu Kaisen outranking One Piece Day 1, Boruto SD coming to an end and the introduction of Kara at the end, and the top 25 most successful franchises from Shonen Jump. Any thoughts on any of the stories we covered in this episode? But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy! Have an awesome day. Peace in. And you guys just watched another episode of FORNEVERNEWS. Have an awesome day.